So I offer my respect to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna. O spiritual master, I offer my respects to you. You are servant of your Guru, Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and delivering the Western countries. Panchatattva mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So welcome everyone for this class and let's begin. So in the Nectar of Holy Name, when we glorify the Holy Name, we learned the story of Haridas Thakur, that how he used to chant 3 lakh times per day. And he was very famous where he was living. And the ruler there in that state in Bengal was some Muslim ruler, and he was very jealous of Haridas Thakur. So in order to, defame him or bring bad name to him, he sent a prostitute. However, Haridas Thakur was so glorious, was such a great devotee that, he converted the prostitute also into a devotee. So the prostitute left her profession and she also became Krishna's devotee. So that's the story in short. And then we learned about how we have two choices in our life. We can either take shelter of material world or we can take shelter of Krishna. So if we take shelter of material world, we always remain in this material world. We suffer. Whereas if we take shelter of Krishna, we go back to the spiritual world. So this was the class in short. So let's begin our part 2. I hope you're able to recall what we did last time a little bit.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. We remember a little bit.
Great. So let's begin that, we human beings have a lot of privilege. Means we are very lucky. And we are lucky because we have a lot of independence. Independence in the sense that we have a lot of intelligence. Like now look at around you. Up below human beings, there are so many species. All kinds. Right from small ant to a big elephant. We have so many species. But when we talk about intelligence, it is said that human beings have the highest level of intelligence. So what the best form of living entity is human beings. So all of you should consider yourself to be very, very lucky that you have come into this world with a human body. Now, apart from that, Krishna has given us some little bit of independence. Like, for example, I often quote this example that when the son grows up. The father, when we are small, our parents will constantly tell us, don't do this, don't do that, don't go here, don't eat this. They'll keep on, preaching us, or they'll keep on teaching us all the time, and on all little things. But when we grow up, parents they leave us. They say, okay, now the child has become grown up, and now you're ready to go to college or ready to go to office job. So then the parents leave them independent. Then they don't interfere in what the child is doing, right? So many of you would be having grown up children in your life, and or uh, you yourself are parents, or you yourself are now grown up. You can see, if you are in a grown up position, you'd be seeing now your parents don't say so much to you. So similarly, Supreme Lord has also given us a lot of importance, a lot of independence. So independence, how he has given us? You can take your own decisions. I have given you intelligence, which is highest level among all the species. There are so many species, right from, as I said, from ant to elephant. There are so many of them. But Krishna says that for to whom human beings, that your intelligence is at the highest. So since you have intelligence, so now you can make your own decisions. You are independent. So Krishna has given us freedom, that we can choose what is good and what is bad. So I'd like to give an example here. So as I said that we are all intelligent people. Krishna has given us high intelligence. So when such a person gets to know that in my neighborhood, there is a thief has come. So you see that thief, and he's been caught because he was stealing some valuables from your neighbor's house, and the police has come and he has arrested. So what is the lesson you learn? You learn this lesson that stealing is bad, and if I steal, I will be punished. Right? But there are also some foolish people who will see that stealing is bad, and yet they will steal. So like a thief, he knows that if I steal, I'll be arrested. Still, he will not understand. He will still, again the next night, he will go and steal to some other place, some other person's house. So can you see the difference in intelligence? There is one person who knows that, yes, stealing is bad, and if I steal, I will be arrested, I'll be punished. Whereas one foolish person, he sees that stealing is bad, I can be punished, but still he will not learn any lesson.
Sorry, Mataji, can you just repeat? There are two things you're saying here, right?
Right. So there are two people. One person is intelligent. One person understood that, yes, I will not steal, because if I steal, I will be punished. And there is another person who's foolish, who can see that, I am stealing, but no problem. I'll go ahead and steal, and I will, even if I get punished, it's okay, I'll see. So he's foolish, right? Do you think he's intelligent? He knows that he can be punished, and yet he's stealing. Do you think such a person is intelligent?
Foolish, Mataji.
Yes. So similarly, Krishna has given us independence. He has given us intelligence. to know what is right and wrong. He has given us two choices, right? We learned in the last class that Krishna has given us two choices. One is to either to take shelter of material world or to take shelter of Krishna. And those who are foolish, what will they do? They will take shelter of material world. And those who are intelligent, they will take shelter of Krishna. So can you understand the comparison? Yeah, so let's share a slide. So here in one of the pictures, you can see that how, in left side, there is a picture where people are drowning in the water. Krishna is watching from above and people are drowning, but still they are not remembering Krishna. Krishna is looking at them, but they don't want to take his help. They don't want to remember him. And they are drowning in the ocean. So this ocean is compared to like where we are living in this material world. Right? And in the other picture, you can see that there is a devotee who is painting Krishna's picture, and there is a lady who is taking shelter of Krishna. So there is a comparison, and these are the two choices. Like, we discussed there are two people. One intelligent who's taking shelter of Krishna, who knows that stealing is bad, so he will not go and steal. He'll know he'll be punished, he'll be arrested. So that person is like Krishna's devotee. Whereas one person who's foolish, who knows stealing is bad, still he is stealing, that person is those people who don't want to remember Krishna, those people who don't want to take shelter of Krishna. So these are the two choices that we have when we come into this material. We are always having a choice. For example, you get up whether should I get up in the morning, early morning, do my japa, or should I just be lazy, keep sleeping, and forget about japa. So again, every point in your life, there'll be two choices. Everywhere. Whether should I eat non-veg food or should I eat veg food? Whether should I eat veg food or should I eat prasad? All the time you will have some choice. Now it is your intelligence. How you're going to utilize that choice. You are intelligent. All of you are intelligent. But we don't use our intelligence. So this material world is also known as Maya. Maya means something which is not true. So we are in this material world, but it is not like it is fake. Because the real world is where Krishna lives. This is just a temporary place because you all know we come here, we spend some time, and we die, and we go back and go to some other place. Then we again take a birth. So this place is not temporary, and this is called Maya. Right? So as I don't know how many of you remember, but there was a slide I had showed where when we were studying about the modes, the three modes, Sattva Guna, Raja Guna, and Tamas Guna. So there were three women who were like puppets. They were handled, they were as how there are puppets. So similarly, those three women were making those puppets dance. So those three women are actually nothing but Maya. And Maya is actually comes from, like how we know about demigods, like how we know about all the rain god or the fire god. Similarly, Maya or Durga Devi is also comes under Krishna's demigod. So what is her job? Her job is to keep people busy in material activities. She is very clever, and from her energy on, from her only we get all the happiness, and from her only we get all the sorrows. So if we are not intelligent, then we will be under the control of Maya. Material world, Maya, Durga, it is all one same thing. It is all one same name. So if you don't want to take Krishna's shelter, then you have to take shelter of Durga or Maya. And Arizar, what will she do? She will keep you locked like a prison in this material world. She is also a devotee of Krishna, and Krishna has given her this job to, to look after this material world. So ordinary human beings who are not intelligent, they will worship, they will do all kind of animal sacrifices, and they will try to make Durga Devi or Maya Devi very happy because she is fulfilling our desires. So Krishna has given her the authority, she has given her the power that you look after this material world. And those who don't want to come to me, you see that, they get their happiness, they get their sorrows, they get pains and everything they get. And all that happens through Maya Devi or Durga Devi. So her role is that those who don't take shelter of Krishna, they remain in this prison of material world. But those intelligent people who take shelter of Krishna, they go back to Krishna's abode. They go back to where Krishna lives. So let's quickly look at two more slides. So is it clear?
Yeah, Mataji, they're all saying yes, yes. Can you see them, Mataji? Can you see their expressions and responses?
1 second.
No, it's
Yeah,
all right.
because
They're done now.
no, I had to change the mode from because I'm recording. No, I want to change the
Um,
speaker mode.
I understand. That's why I didn't voice it because I thought you could see it. All right, no problem. I'll tell you.
So now let's move on to another interesting thing. Uh, what makes us successful in life, or what makes us a failure in life? What are the reasons? So these are small things that we are actually learning from Bhagavad Gita. So whatever we are learning in these classes, some or the other point is always present in Bhagavad Gita. So whatever I am taking in class actually is all a part of Bhagavad Gita. So like these in independence or higher intelligence of human beings or Maya or material world, all this actually is part of Bhagavad Gita. So now this new concept which I'm about to start is also part of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is telling us that how there are 5 things which are important, which are responsible for our failure, for any failure or any success. So, for example, you want to apply for a job. Now, whether you get the job or you don't get the job depends on five factors, five important things. So, the first thing is our body, the human body that we have. That is the first factor. So, first I'll tell all five things and then I will explain all of them in detail.
Mataji, what is the topic? What should I write? 5 reasons for
Five reasons
success or
for any success or failure. I'll just share the slide. One second. I'll just finish this and I'll share two slides. Then probably you can.
Mataji, first I think we should show the topic so that it registers and then I can also sign using that. Mataji, can we stay back on that for a little more time? That was too fast, sorry.
The previous.
Yes, Mataji. No, no.
This one.
No, no, 5 factors, Mataji.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, no, no. Again, 5 factors. This is 2 photos, something else.
Yeah. So this is the slide where we tell that there are five factors, and
Okay.
then this one.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can see this for 5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay. Now we see the other one, Mataji.
The previous one.
Correct. Right. Just 5 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Now
So there are
I
five.
can use these visuals. That's why I said we can see it before and then I can sign it,
Correct.
connect it.
Then there'll be understanding is clearer.
Right. The interpreter can also sign clearly and also the understanding is we can connect it.
Correct. Correct. Okay. So there are five things which are responsible for any failure or any success in our life, anything. So first is our own body, the human body. Second is our soul. Third is senses. The five senses like hearing, smelling, touching, tasting. And seeing. So that is the third factor. Fourth factor is our effort. And the last and the most important among all these five is the sanction of the Supreme Lord. Sanction or blessing or mercy. So without his mercy, nothing can happen. So let's first of all understand the body part. Look at the slide. So from this screen, you can see that everything is being done by the body. Everything, whether it is driving a car, sleeping, eating, fighting, doing some work in office, everything is performed by the body. So how is it responsible for our success and failure? So unless you get up and move your body, do you think you can achieve anything in your life? If you are lazy, can you achieve anything? So you want certain job, but you don't want to get up from your bed and go to office. So in order to get something in life, you have to move your body, right? Right. Now the second thing is, so body actually, yes, it is important, but what is the main thing important? So when we die, body is useless, right? So what is the main thing? So who is the most important person? The soul. If the soul is not there, then body is useless, right? So the second important thing is the soul. Let's look at the screen. So the soul actually is part of Krishna. We all are parts. We are like, as I always say, that we are children of Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. So similarly, our part is also, we are also parts of Krishna. So body, yes, is important. Body is actually whatever soul wants to do is actually performed by the body. Soul cannot come out and do anything, right? So soul desires, soul wants to do something, but it is performed by the body. So if we use this body just to eat, sleep, and don't do anything, then actually we are wasting this human life. So as I said earlier, that Krishna has given us higher intelligence. He has given us so much intelligence to take a right decision, but we are not taking right decision. We actually could have been born as an animal, but Krishna is, blessed us with this human body. And he says that you make use of this body, you use your intelligence and come back to me. So with this body, without the body, we cannot function. So body is very important, but body will how will it work? It will work on the command of the soul. Now, soul actually is also under the control of the three modes or the Maya. Three modes, as in you remember Sattva gun, Rajogun, Tamogun, dark, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Because we are seeing from our senses, we are seeing so many things, and we get attracted because our senses are telling us, yes, I want to eat this, I want to buy this. So this all comes under the three modes. We understood all these modes in previous classes. For a long time, we understood all these modes. So that brings us to the next point, and that is our senses. So senses and actually mind, they act like our boss. Always in command. Why? Wow, I have seen some beautiful sari. I've seen some wonderful car. I want it. My neighbor has a beautiful, huge house and a nice green garden. I want it. So senses in our mind, they always act like our boss. They decide what is good and what is bad for us. So we have to be very careful of our senses. Senses should not control us. We should, as a soul, I should take control of my senses. I should not tell, when I'm looking at some beautiful house of a neighbor, my sense is going that side. No, 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 please, 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 I want that house. But my soul should pull back my senses. No, this is not good. Why do you want what your neighbor is having? Krishna has given you a good house and good place to live. Be happy and satisfied with what he has given you. So we should not take senses control us. I should control my senses. Like, there is a very, very adamant or a very, indisciplined child in the house. So in many families, you will see that how the child is controlling the entire house. The child is so indisciplined that whatever he says, he will start crying in the market. No, I want this toy. I want this toy. And the parents will, give up. They'll say, okay, my child wants this toy. Let him have it. Whereas actually what should happen? The parents should discipline the child and tell him, no, you have a lot of toys at home. Enough. So similarly, our condition is like that. We also, our senses also are like that, indisciplined. Our senses also want so many things. But like a good parent, our soul should control our senses. So the child, how a child is, our senses are also like that. So don't let your senses become your boss, become that indisciplined child. Okay? Let your senses be like a disciplined child. The child obeys the parent. Similarly, your senses should also obey you. And then we come to the fourth topic, which is our effort. So the effort thing is very important, like how, whether we are doing something, every day we are doing something or the other activity. But are we doing it for Krishna or are we doing to please our senses? So the moment food is ready, I want to pounce on that food because I can't control my tongue. I can't control my, oh my God, it's so yummy, it's so tasty. But no, I have to control my senses. I said, wait 5 minutes. Let me offer it to Krishna and then I can have it. So effort, you are cooking. It's an effort. But effort, are you doing it for Krishna or are you doing it to please yourself? So when the action is not for pleasing Krishna, then we are controlled by Maya. And when we are pleasing Krishna, even for small things, if you are pleasing Krishna, then we are surrendered to Krishna. We are using rightly our intelligence. So that is why these three modes are so important. Because if you are in mode of goodness, you will always think of good things. If you are in the mode of passion, you will not bother about Krishna. You will not have no time. And if you are more in ignorance, then definitely you are so negative, you are so lazy or self-centered and selfish that Krishna does not matter. You're not bothered about Krishna. So that is why these three modes are so very important to understand that our efforts actually all depends on what kind of food we are eating, what kind of thoughts I'm having. Right? So this was our fourth thing, and let me just quickly share the screen. So Krishna's blessing is most important. So whether we are going to be successful in life, whether we are going to fail in life, all actually depends on Krishna. So you have done your effort. You have, by using your body, by using your soul, by using your senses, by using your effort, you have done your best. Like a child says, I did my best. But in whose hand is the result? The result is in the hands of Krishna. So you've done with your body, with your soul, with your controlled senses, you have done a best job, but still you fail. Why? Because Krishna does not want it. Krishna has some other plan for you. So if we don't get anything in life, if we or we get something in life, we should not be so much concerned because ultimate decision is in the hands of Krishna. Our work is only to do our best and leave the results on Krishna. So we'll take 2-3 minutes break. And Saurav, you can take 2 minutes break. We'll come back.
उतर क्या करना
Okay, so just left it three more slides. We'll quickly finish it off. And before next Sunday, there would be another session on Radha Ashtami. So Saturday is Radha Ashtami, appearance day of Srimati Radharani. So I'm planning for another one class in between. So we can take
Sorry,
questions.
Mataji, which Saturday? This
The
coming
coming
Saturday.
Saturday. Yes, yes. 23rd is Radha Ashtami. So I'm planning to have another class that time. So we can finish the question answers at that time also. Right? So I just wanted to finish this topic. So now, coming back to our topic that, how these five things are very important. But these five things, we will be able to understand only and only when we surrender to Krishna. So as I've been telling that, we are all, our position is that of a servant, means that Krishna is the supreme Lord and he owns everything in this world. He's the owner because he's created everything. So our job is to please Krishna. Soul that we have inside our body is eternal. It never dies. And it has always been part of Krishna. But only thing is that we forget our relationship. Why we forget? Because we come into this material world, we get, we get imprisoned by Maya and we start enjoying without Krishna. So when we start doing that, we forget our relationship. But when we surrender to Krishna, that gives us the maximum amount of happiness. If you want to be happy, then you must surrender to Krishna. And the only way, you can see that even if you have the best house, best family, lots of money, still it will not give you the happiness for a permanent time. You'll be happy for some time. When you buy a new car, you'll be happy. When you got a good job, you'll be happy for some time. But again, you will be, unhappiness will start in your life. So if you want permanent happiness, then we must surrender to Krishna because Krishna is the ultimate source of happiness. And no artificial method will help in getting this ultimate happiness. So surrender, we have seen so many devotees who have in past surrendered to Krishna. Like we heard about Draupadi, when the Kauravas were trying to disrobe her, Krishna supplied unlimited cloth to her. He immediately appeared. The moment Draupadi surrendered, Krishna immediately appeared to help her. Arjun had so much of confusion in his life. He surrendered and Krishna gave him the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Similarly, Prahlad was there. Prahlad's father was trying to kill him in so many ways. And when he surrendered, Narsimhadev appeared to protect him. So similarly, also there is a beautiful story of Gajendra. Gajendra was an elephant and he got caught by a crocodile in water. But Gajendra remembered his previous janma, previous life birth prayers, and he surrendered to Krishna, and Krishna immediately came and he protected and he saved Gajendra. So when we take surrender, when we surrender to Krishna, Krishna is always around us. Krishna immediately comes to protect us. And what happens to all our karma when we surrender to Krishna, or when we take shelter of Krishna, then all the sins that we have, collected in so many births, they all are burnt. When we realize that I can please Krishna by surrendering to him, by offering him, by engaging in serving him. So like, you would have seen so many devotees in ISKCON, they would be busy in something. Somebody would be making garlands or painting, or somebody would be doing Bhagavad Gita distribution, or somebody will, collecting flowers or making dresses. So all these are ways to please Krishna or to serve Krishna. So when I say that we have to become servant of Krishna, that means we must surrender to Krishna, and that is the only way for our permanent happiness. And that is the only way we can come out from the cycle of birth and death. So Krishna is always there in our heart. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, that Krishna always remains very close to us. It's just that we don't want to listen to us, listen to our heart, because Krishna is always there. So Krishna can be understood when we turn inside, when we look inside our own heart, because Krishna is already sitting there. It's just that we have forgotten him. So how to remember Krishna, how to listen to Krishna is by chanting, by attending these classes. So when we are constantly chanting or listening to these classes, then slowly our heart purifies. And when our heart purifies, we surrender to Krishna and we start loving Krishna and we start serving Krishna. So, and when we start serving Krishna, then that intelligence which Krishna gave us in the beginning of the class, I told you that, how Krishna gave us this intelligence, but we don't use it. So, but when we surrender to Krishna, when we chant, when we attend these classes, then we will be able to understand, then we'll be able to utilize that intelligence. We'll become very intelligent then. Intelligence is already there in us. Only thing is we are not using it. We have to make right choice, and that will happen only when we surrender to Krishna, when we listen to these classes, or when we chant Krishna's name. So when we do all these things, then all that love which is inside us, which is lying, which is sleeping, which will awake, it will wake up, and when it wakes up, our intelligence also wake up, and then we will be able to make the right choices, right decisions. And when we make right decisions, then we know that our best friend is Krishna. And my duty is not to be involved in this material world, but my duty is to go back to Krishna. Right? So that brings us to the end of this class. I hope it was understandable. You were able to understand what was there. Are there any doubts?
Yes, Mataji, Madan Mohan has raised his hand.
Yeah, we can take up
Then
his
there's,
question.
there's Anshuman, there's Uma Mataji. And I just told him, Mataji, to keep the question brief. So, I was just clarifying who's he talking about. So, yeah, he says he's home alone mostly. His mom is with his yeah, elder, I think, sibling. And he was saying that he's asking Mataji that sometimes, he gets, not sometimes, very often, he keeps thinking, there's something in his mind keeps telling him that he should not leave chanting. He should always do his 16 rounds. He keeps thinking that again and again. Why is that?
I mean, the question is that why he keeps thinking that he should finish his chanting.
Yeah, 16 rounds, not 8 or 9 or 10. Even if he does half, or sometimes, his mind keeps telling him, his mind tells him that do it tomorrow or doing something. If he feels like that, but his something inside him tells him you should do 16.
Okay.
Why is
So
that?
that is very good. That is a sign of development. That is a sign of progress. Because we, in our hearts, that we know that that is the minimum. Actually, for a hearing person, 16 is the minimum. That is what Prabhupada used to say, that you must chant. Actually, before Prabhupada came, it used to be 64 rounds. But seeing the condition of Kali Yuga, Prabhupada relaxed the rules and then he reduced it 16 rounds for us. Actually, before Prabhupada, it used to be 64. So if you are having that constant desire that no, I should not stop at 8, I should not stop at 10, I should finish 16, that is a good sign. It is a sign of your spiritual development. So you should applaud yourself and see that you always stick to it and always finish your 16 hours. If that's good, that's good progress actually. So that's a good sign. Haribol.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So Prabhupada, Mataji, and before him, his Prabhuji, his Guruji, Swami
Okay.
Bhakti Vinod. The thing is, like he said that go to the West, save these people, preach them. And after Prabhupada, we don't find any guru. Why is that? I want to find, the fact is that the lineage, in a way, it goes to someone, right? It's not there. It stopped in a way, that lineage.
No,
How is that?
actually, no, what happened, no, that when Prabhupada was there, there was a lot of dispute that one person wanted to become guru. So Prabhupada said that it will not be possible in coming time. So in ISKCON, actually, we have many gurus who will give dikshas. So the main decision authority is he's made some kind of it's like a commission office. He's created, Prabhupada created one that all the major decision will be taken by that committee. And below the committee are all the gurus. So many gurus are there. Because what happens if there is a single guru, there are also a lot of chances of exploitation. There also will be chances of that, corruption. So that is why the power has gone down into many gurus, and all guru accept Prabhupada as their own guru, because to avoid the chances of conflicts and corruption and misuse of that power, Prabhupada decided that from now onwards, there will be many gurus who can make further disciples. So, like I am myself personally I am a disciple of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami. So I'll just type down my name. So Jayapataka Maharaj was disciple of Prabhupada. I'll just type. Similarly, there are many gurus in ISKCON who are disciples of Prabhupada. So if somebody wants to take Diksha, then he has to choose any of these gurus and he can take Diksha from any of them. But the only fear was that, if one person becomes guru, then there were chances of lot of corruption and mismanagement. So in order to avoid that, it has been divided into multi-gurus now.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Gayatri. Small goddesses with their hands open. 23. Oh. 23rd September, Radha Krishna Jayanti. Before the 23rd. Before, there's some kind of goddesses, right? Name Gairit, Gairiti.
Gayatri.
Small goddesses. Both hands are open like this, Mataji. So there's some, Krishna Radha, they came down like that.
I'm not aware of this any. I'm seeing the calendar. As per ISKCON's calendar, I don't see anything before Radha Ashtami. And what is the question? She wants to know who is that small goddesses?
Got to marry. I don't know. Gayatri. In Maharashtra, Mataji is saying the Maharashtra is famous. Gairi. Gairi. They are small sized Maharashtra goddesses. Women. Their hands are open like this. Ganesh, small.
Okay, fine.
No, Madhura Mataji is there. She can explain it. Uma Devi is saying, so with Ganesh Bhagwan, there is Gauri, where during Ganesh Puja, those two small statues, I mean, there's two goddesses which are kept with Ganesh.
Oh, that's what the Bijal is texted as Riddhi Siddhi, huh?
Riddhi Siddhi Gauri.
Riddhi Siddhi were the wives of Ganesha. That's what I understood. Siddhi, Sidhi.
So any stories or any, Mataji, it would be really nice to know about them in the later stories
About Riddhi Siddhi,
about Riddhi Siddhi.
generally we don't talk about other gods. We talk about only about Krishna.
Okay,
So if I
Mataji,
get
Hare
any
Krishna.
information, I'll definitely. In fact, I myself have to study. Even I haven't known their story. I myself have to first of all study
It's in
and then
Maharashtra,
probably,
Machi, Maharashtra culture.
yeah, because Maharashtra belt is very strong in Ganesha, no? They are,
Mahalakshmi. Mahar, Maharala, Mahalakshmi, Mahalakshmi. हाँ, महालक्ष्मी. ठीक है, I told them, Mataji, that if you find some
okay, fine.
information, you'll find. Give it
Sure,
to me.
sure. Anybody else left or all done?
Yes, one, Mataji. P.
Grass is there.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I asking about some sadhu, Mataji. So I asked her, which sadhu?
Okay.
Sadhu, different language. Sadhu, different. P. Name. Sadhu, different. Time. Two wives they had given, and there was a tree. The sadhu went to achieve something about their nose. Wanted to, no breathing. So you were explaining something very beautiful about that, Madhuri. So
Who
I
was
want,
explaining?
you were
I was,
explaining, Madhuri.
I
Before
was
some
explaining
YouTube, there was he saw.
about whom? I haven't understood what is he trying to say. About whom? Which sadhu? He's forgotten the name, huh?
He was thin guy or something like that. He had wives too. Wife though, he left them, went to the forest. Mataji. Uh, wanted Vishnu to come, and by the time he had become very very thin, and I think this is that Mataji. Do you remember there was a story? There were two wives of one that kid. He did love that kid very much, so he wanted, Do you remember that story?
He's talking about Dhruva.
Dhruva
No, not
Maharaj.
No, not Dhruva. The king had 2 wives, huh?
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'll suggest if he thinks, Saurabh, if he
Hmm.
thinks that I have taken one of those classes, so there are a lot of PPTs. If can he read any of the languages? Can he read?
Vijay Mataji explaining that you have to clean, you have to, you're explaining. YouTube, you should see YouTube, it doesn't work like that. See the name, then you take the question. No, please. Hare Krishna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay.
Hare Krishna. We can wind up for today. Who all is left? Nandini, Nilima, Tittu. 3 people are left. Okay.
Yeah, 3 people left.
We can, they can text me the question. Nilima and Nandini, they can text me the question. I'll reply to them. Tell them to text in Marathi, I'll answer. Tittu is about Sudarshan, huh? Tittu Anand Sudarshan. Okay, anyways, he'll also separately talk to me. Fine, thank you so much. So we'll get back soon. Before Saturday, we will be having one extra class on Radha Ashtami. So Radha Ashtami falls on 23rd. It's a half day fasting till 12 noon. So hope all of you are aware, and we'll see you soon before Saturday. So either Saturday or before Saturday. Should be before Saturday. I'll let you know. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.